I'm designing an automatic farm for every item in the game of Minecraft. Hello there, Ray here, and this is the best iron farm design, being easy to build yet efficient, producing 300 to 400 ingots per hour per module. Iron is used in the majority of useful items, including all 10 of the hanging signs. You also get poppies, which can make red dye or be composted down for useful bone meal. You can build my iron farm anywhere, but the easiest way to do this is by starting by a village. Now go around the village until you find a nice flat area that's about 19 by 19. Now find a corner of this area that is the hardest to terraform. So for me, it's this hill over here. And now we're going to count towards the center of our 19 by 19 block area, a total of 10 blocks. So 1, 2. If you like Minecraft, leave a like and subscribe. And right here, we're going to place a block as a marker, as this is the center of it. Now we're going to count additional 9. Once you see how simple this farm is, don't forget to check out all my other simple farms after this video. 8. 9. So this is where we'll put another block, and this is the edge of the farm. So what we want to do is make sure everything in this 19 by 19 block area is nice and level. So we might have to fill in some of the areas, and we also might need to come in and remove some of the blocks from the other sides. The flatter area that you find to start with, the less work you have to do. Now that everything is flat, you need to make sure that everything is a block that iron golems can actually spawn on. So if you happen to build this where there was path blocks, you need to actually switch these over so they're once again full blocks. So now you should have a nice big area where iron golems can spawn in. You can also remove this marker block here, and now we can work on getting the villagers into their new village in the air. Now from the center marker, we want to go over 2 blocks, and then we want to tower up a total of 3 blocks. Then we're going to place in a composter. Then we're going to go over towards the center by 1 block. Then we're going to go up 1 block, and then come in and place in a top slab of your choice. Now we're going to come in and place in 2 blocks on either side of this slab that we have here in the center. And these are going to be used to place in beds. Each of the beds are going to be facing inwards so that the heads of them are right beside this slab here. And then place a slab by shift clicking on top of each of them. Now we're going to use this as a staircase. So we're going to go back down here and connect this up to the ground. Now you can come in and remove the blocks that are underneath of the beds and the marker underneath. And we're going to use this as a staircase to get the villagers up to their beds. Now during villager working hours, go out and remove 3 workstations that villagers are actually using. You'll also want to remove any beds that these villagers are using. If you're not sure, you can just remove all workstations and beds. Now this will make the villagers try to seek out a new profession, and they'll try to come over and take up this composter as a farmer. So go ahead and also place down a couple workstations for the other 2 villagers that we need. Villagers that don't have a workstation will search out 48 blocks looking for a new one. They will also search this far looking for a new bed. That one's actually going to go all the way over there. This is an easy way to move villagers. Okay, so now we got 3 villagers that should make their way over there. If this composters over here are too far for them, you can stick ones halfway to slowly kind of lure them over here. But they should eventually all make their way around these workstations. Alternatively, you can move the villagers using a boat. So now when night comes around, they hopefully won't go to their beds, but instead will choose these new beds that are up here. Now once all the villagers go up here, they will hop into their beds, and this is the perfect time to close it off. What they want to do is place in a block here, and then place in a top slab there. Now we're going to stack up above this, and we're going to place in 2 blocks and then a lightning rod. This will prevent them from accidentally getting struck by lightning and converting into witches. So now the next part is to get the zombie into this composter here. We're going to use the same staircase to get it up here, and we're going to use the villagers to lure it in. Now we're going to come in and place a block above this one, and then we're going to place a top trapdoor right there, and then remove the 2 blocks behind it and open it up like this. This will make the zombie try to walk up and get to the villagers, but instead get lined perfectly and fall into this composter. And then once inside, we'll just flip the trapdoor, having them be stuck exactly where we need them to be. And since we don't want the zombie to burn, we're going to place a slab just above the trapdoor and set that back to being open. Now you can come in and remove these workstations and also place down some torches in the corner of your farm so hostile mobs won't spawn directly inside of it. Now you want to find a zombie nearby and have it follow you over near the villagers. Then you can hide, and the zombie should go after the villagers instead of you. And once the zombie goes up inside the little composter, just close the trap door on it, so now it is actually stuck up there. You'll most likely get iron golem to spawn after the first time the villagers have slept and also been scared by a zombie. It's important that this golem doesn't go in there and kill your zombie that we have captured, so go ahead and remove the scaffolding so it can't get up to it. Then remove the other temporary blocks so the golem can't stand on them. And once you get inside, you want to make sure it doesn't despawn. You can either do this by making it hold an item, which there's a small chance that any zombie can do this, or just use a name tag. I use the dinner bone one so you can easily see that it's been named. If you're on a multiplayer server, I would recommend switching out this trapdoor with a slab when the zombie's not jumping. That way the villagers are more likely to have time to sleep before someone on the server happens to sleep away the night. Now if you do F3 plus B, you can see the hitbox of the different mob. We're going to want to dig a 3x3 hole that is centered right underneath of this zombie. The zombie is actually used to attract the iron golem to where we're going to kill it. And we're going to take this hole down a total of 3 blocks. So now it looks like this. We're then going to come in and remove the block in each of these. So now we want to come in and remove these 3 blocks, place in a chest that is here. Then we'll come on the other side and we'll place in a hopper on the far side. The iron golems do get in your way. You can't kill them from up here while being safe. But keep in mind, these are the iron golems that will kill you back. And then when you just place in our hopper right there, this is going to be your collection system. We'll place the trapdoor on top. The trapdoor will be used to make the mob step up, so it will be killed by the later lava. Before we do that, we want to place in a sign there, as well as one here, and one on top of this one by shift clicking, and one over here, and another one on top of there. Now we can come in and place in the lava right there. Now any iron golem that falls in there will automatically be killed. Let's go ahead and place in the other sign. So we'll place a sign in here, also one on top. You can also use stuff like open fence gates. Make sure you use the nether variation so they don't burn from the lava. Then you can also place in the water, which will be the opposite of the lava. This will wash everything, including the items, to get collected. Now to help the iron golems get pushed in to the center, because sometimes they'll sit along the edge like this, we're going to place in 4 more water sources around the edge. So from here, we're going to count back a total of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and place in water there. As long as there's no other place for the water to go, it will directly flow and fall into that little hole there perfectly. We'll do this for each side. And if the water goes both directions, you can just come in and place in a block behind it, and then increase this side a little bit so the water will no longer try to find that as the shortest distance and will instead go that way. If you guys get any zombies coming in or sieges, they will just automatically be attracted to the villager and get pulled in and killed along with the iron golem. And then to access the chest with the loot down there, just remove that block and place it in a slab. Even in survival, you can reach down here and grab your loot. Now you can make the farm slightly more efficient by lowering this floor down by 11 blocks and having the killing part down there. Remember, the farm runs 24/7 in loaded chunks. If you want more iron per hour, you can go ahead and just build more of these beside each other since they are tileable. But you need to build them at least 32 blocks apart. Otherwise they'll be slightly inefficient, and you could also have the iron golems get stuck like this. Now share this with other Minecrafters and credit Ray's works. More easy farms in this playlist here, or this one on my quest to design an automatic farm for everything. If you ever need any more help, you can check out the world download or ask in my Discord. And don't forget to join me on all my other socials. And if you support me on Patreon, you're even able to play with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!